Welcome back to the Crypto World channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and in this video, I will be talking about my next Bitcoin price targets right now. I will be talking about some new patterns forming on the chart, and also in this video, I'll be covering the inverted Bitcoin chart to give us a brand new perspective on the Bitcoin price. Not only that, but also right now, we have seen the biggest daily outflow for Bitcoin out of exchanges in 2 months. And on top of all of that information, right now, we are sitting at all-time lows for the Bitcoin to stablecoin ratio across all exchanges. I'll be covering all of that and more in this video, so make sure you're watching all the way to the end so that you're not missing out on any of this important information, especially for you Bitcoin holders out there. But yeah, just before we jump into it, make sure to leave a like on the video down below, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on for more videos like this one. And also, if you're enjoying these updates every single day here on the channel, make sure to share them around with your friends, because right now we are entering into a time of opportunity. We are still in an amazing opportunity overall in the crypto market, so there's never been a better time to share these videos around with your friends and stay active in these markets. But anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's get straight to what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Bitcoin US dollar chart on the 4-hour time frame to start off with. So once again, just to quickly recap my last few videos for the new viewers on the channel, roughly around 4 to 5 days ago, right down here when Bitcoin was at around 32 to 33,000 US dollars approximately, I was basically saying down at those very low levels that Bitcoin is due for a short squeeze. We are due for a massive move to the upside sometime soon. And of course, we have this massive red zone of resistance where we did indeed find resistance. By the way, I've been telling you guys that resistance level for 2 months now. So we were actually expecting a bit of a short-term cool off just there. And of course, we saw a 10% cool off right into that exact support level at 36.5K. And now obviously we've bounced off that level and we are currently retesting this red zone of resistance. And keep in mind that in the immediate short term, we are actually forming a bearish divergence on the 4-hour chart just here. As you can see, we are seeing higher highs in the price, but lower highs in the RSI. So once again, that is a bearish divergence. And what it basically means for Bitcoin, if this confirms, is it's going to be unlikely for the price to continue to the upside in the immediate short term. Just in the immediate short term, we are due for at least some sideways price action, if not slightly to the downside. So basically, if we can get this 4-hourly candle close red, that will help confirm this bearish divergence. And once again, all it means is just in the short term, we are due for a bit of a short-term cool off. And that's actually to be expected if we're zooming out to the daily chart. As you can see just here, if we can actually close this candle as a green candle, that will be 8 consecutive daily candles in the green, which is actually something that we do not see very often for Bitcoin, even during a bull market. We don't normally see 8 consecutive green candles on the daily chart too often. So honestly, we are due for at least another red candle here. Now, I'm not calling for a massive crash, honestly. Once again, I'm just expecting a bit of a short-term cool off here as we are running into this resistance zone and we have seen this massive bullish movement. It would only be natural for us to see a cool off. Now, of course, it's not impossible for Bitcoin to continue smashing through this resistance and go straight to the upside here. But at this point, I would actually be surprised if Bitcoin just in the next 1 to 2 days continues to the upside above 42,000, because at this point, it is looking less likely that we are going to continue straight to the upside in the immediate short term. Once again, I was telling you guys at around 32 to 33,000 that we are due for some more upside price action. And right now, I'm telling you that we are due for at least a bit of a short-term cool off before the potential continuation of this trend to the upside. And this can also be backed up if we're looking at the inverted Bitcoin chart right here. If you're using TradingView on a computer, I just clicked Alt-I to get the inverted chart right here. And as you can obviously see, this immediately gives us a whole new perspective on the Bitcoin chart. Because when you're looking at the chart like this, it does actually look like we are about to dump to the downside just here. But keep in mind, considering the fact that this is inverted, that would mean that the Bitcoin price is actually pumping. But once again, we are running into this short-term support on the inverted chart right here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a bit of support just here, a bit of a short-term bounce before potential break of this level. And now flipping this back to the regular Bitcoin chart, as you can see, that would look something like that. So that's really what I'm expecting moving forward in the short term for Bitcoin. Once again, a bit of a short-term cool off before the potential continuation of this trend to the upside, which will only really be confirmed if we can get a confirmed break above 42,000. If we can get a confirmed break above 42,000, I will flip very bullish on Bitcoin. As in, seriously, if we break above 42,000 with strong confirmation, honestly, I would expect the Bitcoin all-time high to come into play within the next 2 months after we break above 42,000. And honestly, I would actually expect the $50,000 price range within the next 1 month. And honestly, that is actually being quite conservative. Those sort of prices can be met a lot quicker, but once again, that is just being a little bit more conservative. I'll give it really within 2 months to reach the all-time high after we see a confirmed break above 42,000. But once again, in the immediate short term, talking about the next couple days here, I actually do not expect a confirmed break above 42,000. If that happens, I will actually be surprised, considering the fact that as well, we have the RSI here on the daily time frame starting to reach these overbought areas. Now, of course, we have had times in the Bitcoin price and the Bitcoin chart just here where the RSI on the daily time frame has had an extended period of time remaining in these overbought areas while the price is heading to the upside. So of course, that's always a possibility as well. I'm just letting you guys know that we are due for at least a little bit of a cool off here in the short term. But that will give those of you that missed out on this move right here over the past 1 week or so to actually accumulate some more Bitcoin in around the current prices before we begin to explode. So how can we put this information to use to actually make some money in the crypto markets? Well, first of all, if you are in a short-term long position, especially if you are using leverage in a long position, right now it does actually make sense to take a little bit of profits off the table, or at the very least move your stop loss into profits so that you secure profits. In the worst case scenario, you will still be making profits. But from my perspective, this is actually still risky to short Bitcoin here, even though once again we are seeing a couple little bearish signs on the chart, like this bearish divergence and the fact that we are running into resistance just here, considering the fact that we are in a major uptrend here on the 4-hourly time frame, and this is also flowing over to the daily time frame. And do not expect a massive crash for Bitcoin. Of course, we can experience some short-term downside price action, but that really isn't enough reason for me to actually enter a short position. Once again, I'd mainly be looking for long positions, considering the fact that we are in an uptrend. And for those of you that are simply wanting to invest in Bitcoin for the longer term to make the biggest amount of money, because once again, the big money is made in the long term, simply just dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin has proven to be one of the best strategies throughout Bitcoin's entire history. So that can be really starting at the current prices, because right now, if you're buying for the longer term at the current prices at around 40,000 approximately, is still an amazing buying opportunity. Once again, if you're holding for the long term, that is important. Just hiding my face cam here so you can see what's happening behind me. Right now, we have just seen the largest daily outflow of Bitcoin from Bitcoin exchanges in over 2 months, ever since that initial capitulation to the downside in around the middle of May right there. Once again, this is the largest amount of Bitcoin that has flown out of exchanges in a single day since that capitulation around 2 months ago. In fact, right here in a single day, we had over 109,000 Bitcoin withdrawn from crypto exchanges, which equates to over $4 billion worth of Bitcoin that has been moved out of exchanges into cold storage. So this, by the way, is good for the Bitcoin price, because that means that that Bitcoin is off the market. It is not available to buy, which is therefore reducing the circulating supply of Bitcoin. And of course, when you are reducing the supply of something while demand is increasing, that only means one thing for the price. And right here, hiding my face cam once again, as you can see, the Bitcoin to stablecoin ratio on exchanges is pretty much at all-time low levels, and we are only just beginning a slight little uptrend here. We are potentially entering the very early stages of a new uptrend. And the last time, by the way, the last time that this right here happened was back during around September, October, leading into November 2020, when the price of Bitcoin was sitting at roughly around $10,000. By the way, the black line just here, that is the Bitcoin price, and you can clearly see what happened next to the Bitcoin price after we saw this here actually play out in the Bitcoin to stablecoin ratio on exchanges. And what this ratio actually means for Bitcoin, basically when this ratio is down in these lower levels just here, that simply means there's a lot of stablecoins compared to the amount of Bitcoins on exchanges. So there's not many Bitcoin on exchanges to buy, but there's a lot of stablecoins on exchanges ready to buy Bitcoin. So there's a lot of buying power ready to be deployed into the crypto market, but really not much Bitcoin that is being sold. And then when this ratio is heading to the upside, that means more and more Bitcoin is flowing onto exchanges as more and more stablecoins are flowing out of exchanges. So when this ratio is moving to the upside, that basically means the selling pressure is increasing. But when this is moving to the downside, that means the selling pressure is decreasing. So this right here this is bullish what we are seeing right now. Now, once again, these sort of indicators, these fundamental indicators, don't necessarily mean that we're going to see any sort of massive move in the immediate short term, because fundamentals don't necessarily have an immediate reaction on the Bitcoin price. For example, the halving is one of the biggest fundamentals that has a reaction on the Bitcoin price, and that never has an immediate reaction. The massive reaction in the Bitcoin price after we see the halving normally kicks in within about 6 months after the halving. So once again, the bullish signal that we are seeing right now in these fundamental indicators could potentially lead into a massive move in the Bitcoin price over the next few months or so. And I'll be updating you guys every step of the way, not just on this YouTube channel, but also on my Twitter. The link to my Twitter is in the description down below if you want to stay updated at all times in these markets. But anyway, that's just about everything I have to say for this video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you got something valuable out of this video. And if you did, be sure to leave a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so that you're not missing out on any of these future videos. And once again, we are actually approaching 50,000 subscribers, which is crazy. I can't believe I'm saying those numbers. And with you guys helping out, we can get there even faster with you guys sharing these videos around, because once again, right now we are in an amazing opportunity in the crypto market. But anyway, that's just about everything I have to say for this video. Once again, I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.